Church.
Should have let me die.
What's wrong with you, huh? Is your life...
Hold it, son of a bitch. For the younger man.
I'll take good care of Calvin.
Top shelf don't come cheap.
You really want to be top shelf? Because you ain't just feeding me some bullshit. I got a proposition.
Getting restless. Now, you're her producer, so I need you to help keep her focused so she can see her future.
Brand new, yeah.
Nice.
You want to help me out?
Don't mind if I do.
Esther, and we're keeping it on the low.
Low.
We're gonna wait to make the announcement.
After the marriage.
I'm sure you've seen this racking up in the numbers.
Oh, what's he doing here? Let's idea what you're talking about.
Danny Williams. I know Sasha told you.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, what I know is that each day my reality reminds me of the truth.
That girl's due. What is that girl's due date?
Who told you?
Nobody had to tell me. I knew at the moment.
I would speak to disbelief, replace them with dreams.
Darlene West, they've run my life long enough. So, take whatever time you need. Be tired of hospital food.
God's got a special blessing for you. That smell triggers a memory. A good...
You've got Denita covered in prayer.
Lots of prayers going up for you.
Oh, God. If my mom doesn't make it, you can forget that you have a son.
No, baby, you're... I'm thinking about you and your family.
Thanks. That means a lot.
How's your mom doing?
She's alive.
He'd been with her, and he was saying how sorry he was, and that he didn't kill her, but he might as well have, and he said that he needed to.
God, all I have to offer.
Daddy, no, don't. He pulled out a gun, and he put it to his head.
I thought I was alone.
You're never alone. You know that.
Someone shot me? You don't remember?
With love, now I find myself a prisoner of your love.
I'm going to stay until the church and the label get back on their feet, and I'm counting on you to help.
Of course.
I know you've prayed about it, but I also know that you're someone who always tries to do the right thing. Taj, is this what you want?
With this ring, would you please? Man, that bad? Are we that bad?
Taj!
Do you even understand what we've done?
Hey, whoa, man, come on.
And your dad? Is he okay? And did he really try to...
Kill himself.
Good to see you.
Where's my daughter? I want to see her.
She's this way, Grandma.
Okay.
Well, you go ahead.
Yes.
Probably should. He seems to be carrying a lot of guilt about Danny.
So, Drag.
I can't afford to. I have money invested in you, and I intend to get some of it back. Not to mention, I'm paying Taj to
That stirs up any memories.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna...
No. You're good. See, since it's early, which has never happened in the 10 years that we have been homies.
hit Mom.
I thought she was dead. Oh, God.
Hey. I just talked to Caesar. Praying. I'm not a gospel artist, and you know that.
Oh, do I?
I'll never be good enough, all right? Just...
Gun, to church.
Should've let me die.
What's wrong with you, huh? Is your life...
Hold it, son of a bitch. Ah, if I was a younger man.
I'll take good care of Calvin.
Top shelf don't come cheap.
You really want to be top shelf? Because if you ain't just feeding me some bullshit, I got a proper...
Getting restless. Now, you're her producer, so I need you to help keep her focused so she can see her future.
Brand new, yeah.
Nice.
You want to help me out?
Don't mind if I do.
Esther, and we're keeping it on the low.
Low.
We're gonna wait to make the announcement.
After the marriage.
I'm sure you've seen this racking up in the numbers.
Oh, what's he doing here? I have the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Danny Williams. I know Sasha told you.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, what I know is that each day my reality reminds me of the truth.
That girl's due... What is that girl's due date?
Who told you?
Nobody had to tell me. I knew at the moment.
I would speak to disbelief, replace them with dreams.
Darlene West, they've run my life long enough. So, take whatever time you need. I'm tired of hospital food.
God's got a special blessing for you. That smell triggers a memory. A good...
You've got Denita covered in prayer.
Lots of prayers going up for you.
Oh, God. If my mom doesn't make it, you can forget that you have a son.
No, baby, you're... I'm thinking about you and your family.
Thanks. That means a lot.
How's your mom doing?
She's alive.
He'd been with her, and he was saying how sorry he was, and that he didn't kill her, but he might as well have, and he said that he needed to.
God, all I have to offer.
Daddy, no, don't. He pulled out a gun, and he put it to his head.
I thought I was alone.
You're never alone. You know that.
Someone shot me? You don't remember?
With love, now I find myself a prisoner of your love.
I'm going to stay until the church and the label get back on their feet, and I'm counting on you to help.
Of course.
I know you've prayed about it, but I also know that you're someone who always tries to do the right thing. Taj, is this what you want?
With this ring, would you please? Man, that bad? Are we that bad?
Taj!
Do you even understand what we've done?
Hey, whoa, man, come on.
And your dad? Is he okay? And did he really try to...
Kill himself.
Good to see you.
Where's my daughter? I want to see her.
She's this way, Grandma.
Okay.
Well, you go ahead.
Yes.
Probably should. He seems to be carrying a lot of guilt about Danny.
So, track.
I can't afford to. I have money invested in you, and I intend to get some of it back. Not to mention I'm paying Taj to...
That stirs up any memories.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna...
No. You're good. See, since it's early, which has never happened in the 10 years that we have been homies.
Hit Mom.
I thought she was dead. Oh, God.
Hey. I just talked to Caesar. Praying. I'm not a gospel artist, and you know that.
Oh, do I?
I'll never be good enough, all right? Just...
Done to church.
Should have let me die.
What's wrong with you, huh? Is your life...
Hold it, son of a bitch. For the younger man.
I'll take good care of Calvin.
Top shelf.
Can y'all hear me now? Ting. Can y'all hear me now? Let me know. One of these days. Everything is gonna be just on it. I done did the whole intro, did a whole Discord moment, and y'all couldn't even hear it. Let me know. Before I keep talking, let me know if y'all can hear me, because clearly Erica loves to have technical difficulties. Y'all can hear me? Okay. Thank you, Allie. Thank you, Kofi. I'm sorry, Jasmine. And everybody else is listening. I'm so sorry that y'all couldn't hear. Let's run it back. Thank you so much for joining me, and welcome to the Kingdom Business Live. Y'all, I am going to be going live. I think I'm going to be doing it on Thursdays. It's Mondays now, just because I wanted to get this done, and I was kind of caught off guard, and it was not prepared, right? But now we're going to be prepared. I think Thursday is going to be it. I'm going to go ahead and schedule that so you can set your YouTube to notify you when I do go live for that, but I will be going live after each new episode. I ain't even going to hold you. I'm praying that... for the premiere, they drop 2 episodes. They're going to need to space this out. Like, just give us 1 episode a week. I don't care about if you still on this binge or kick. Erica needs time to process. Erica needs time to sit with the material. Erica needs time to get her heart together. And the way that Rebel and Taj are acting this season already, I already know I can't handle 2 episodes. But regardless, I'm going to be here after each new episode to discuss, as we are going to do here. Now, real quick disclaimer for Discord. I do have the Discord server up and running. If you haven't joined it already, it's the perfect thing to join. Honestly, I am going to do a better job of putting up a community post tab to put your spoilers for initial thoughts. But if you watch way before I'm able to get that up, or maybe you're watching it later, like maybe you wait until Sunday to watch or something like that, there is a dedicated channel on my Discord server for Kingdom Business, and you can literally let your thoughts off, like sound off about whatever, and not only myself, but then the rest of the community, anybody else who's interested in the show, can reply to you. We can like keep conversations going. I am really about to be leaning heavily into Discord, just because it's a really safe space to have conversations, and it's not always as easy or safe out on the whole interwebs. But my Discord server is a really great place to keep these like localized, very focused conversations specific to each show happening. And not only Kingdom Business, there's a ton. Like there's an All-American room, there's a Sisters room, there's rooms for every major show that I discuss. So if you're not part of Discord already, then go ahead and join. I'll make sure the link is in the description box down below. It's completely free, so that you can do that and we can keep those conversations going. Now, I'm a little stressed, but I'm so glad. Oh, it's going to be 1 per week? Yes. Hey, Kimberly. Welcome in, boo. I'm so glad, girl. I needed it to be 1. I need them to space this joint out, especially if we only getting 8 episodes, which I'm hoping that they got to bump up to 10, but I haven't heard anything about that. So right now I'm anticipating 8 episodes. Okay. I don't even know where to begin. Y'all, let me know your thoughts so far on Kingdom Business. What's your number one, like, storyline or character? What is actually drawing you into the series and got you, like, hooked? Yeah, let's start there. Drop it into the chat. Shout out to all of y'all who are joining me live. If you're catching this on replay, you can always feel free to drop into the comment section and answer the questions or share your thoughts. I haven't posted my episode 2 breakdown yet, but right after this live, that is going to go up. I was trying to space it out and give people time because there's a lot of new people who have never watched Kingdom Business before. And once I said it, they're like, okay, let me go binge it. And they went to go binge it. So I wanted to give people time before putting up all of the posts. But we about to be on it. We about to be really with it. And there's a bunch of other things that I really want to discuss. Like, is Calvin still going to wind up where he was trying to wind up at the end of last season, at the end of this season? Who is this mystery child of Zenita's? Like, there's so many things that I'm going to be exploring in separate videos. So in addition to the episode breakdowns, I am going to also have other videos to talk about specific plot lines, specific stories. So this is the perfect time to tell me what's your favorite, what you are checked into, so I can make sure I keep that on my radar if it's not already. Like, Ellie, do you got one moment? Do you got a favorite moment? I gotta go back and watch your breakdowns. I know you put up one. Ellie said both episodes were amazing. Rebel is my favorite character. I'm here for Rebel and Taj. I'm here for Denita and Caesar's love child popping up. Baby, the way that Essence does not even exist in my mind. Like, who are you? If y'all haven't watched my episode 1 breakdown, you definitely should. It's a good time, I think. I enjoyed making it. But we are definitely here for Rebel and Taj. And the crazy thing is, Taj and Rebel are here for Taj and Rebel. But they're literally going to, I know, take the entire season to pretend like they're not. Or to run away from it. And it's going to be the most infuriating but enjoyable ride. I can just feel it. I can just feel it. Like, Taj, we get it. You're a good man. You're a good man. We get it. But also, stop. What are you doing? Not you giving this beautiful ass proposal to a girl that you really don't even want to be with. She is up in the damn hospital placing crystals all around Miss Denita, and you love the Lord. And no shade to the crystal spiritual mommies, but this ain't what Taj do. This ain't what CJ do. At every turn, you can just tell that they're not equally yoked. And Essence is really trying to make fetch happen, even though she know that that's not her man. Girl, that is not your man. You know it. You can see it for yourself. You can see it. You can smell it. You can feel it. Why would you allow yourself to walk in to some more deeper that ain't your man? I can't. I want Sasha to get like Tamar and get her entire life. Baby. So like Sasha and Essence are my least favorite. But like Essence, I don't actually hate her as a character. I just feel like she in the way and it's making it worse because she already know. Like the writing is on the wall and she's reading it. It's not like she illiterate. She's reading it and she's still going anyway. So that agitates me. But Sasha is like deep down in her bones a villain. In her bones a villain. Like I kind of believed last season that she was really in love with Bishop so much and believed that they belong together, but like after he almost tried to blow his damn brains out and we have not seen you until the like big Bishop show up and you just trying to squeeze your way in there, it's like, girl, oh no, you are an opportunist. You are doing whatever you can to go along and get along. You do not love this man. Girl, him saying like, who did you tell? She's like, you could trust me, nobody. But you went and told her his damn father-in-law. Sasha, you ain't and I wanted to go ahead and chalk it up to you had stupidly really fallen in love because, you know, once we fall down and bump our damn heads and fall in love, we do some wild things. But no, Sasha is 100% an opportunist. Sasha is 100% the villain, and she gotta go. And if you didn't know it before, if you were just kind of thinking it, kind of feeling it, when she linked her behind over that daggone hospital bed and said, walk into the light. I said, oh, really? Diabolical. Ma'am, are you trying to go to hell? Because that's what it's given. Jasmine says, Rebel and Taj storyline got me in a chokehold. Baby. Jasmine, if it's anything that's going to do anything for me, it's going to be a slow burn and a beautiful love. It's going to get me every time. Just go ahead and inject it into my veins. Like, and I don't even want to be in the ship conversation and the in-game-ness and yada yada. I don't want to be a part. But the way that Taj and Rebel's build has been, and even this whole will they, won't they, and the whole Essence is pregnant, I gotta be a good man. I always envision myself being a father in a home. I already know, like, this is literally Rebel's man. So while I'm struggling with them making stupid ass decisions that's keeping them apart, I know in my heart of hearts that they're going to end up together. And I'm like, still sad for the journey of how the hell that works out. Because Rebel still has so much to work out. And maybe that's also the most beautiful thing about Taj and Rebel. They both are just such flawed human beings in different ways, but seem perfect for each other. And it's almost like what we're seeing happen right now between them, it needs to happen to buy them more time. Rebel is not ready. Like, she literally at the end of last season was just getting a peek and like going to give herself a little glimpse of, okay, maybe I do deserve a Taj, because she had in her mind that she was not good enough and he was too good. And then Taj is like, his flaws are in a different arena, in that he's going to have to reject all of his preconceived notions and what he thought things should be and how he thought things should look, and he needs to lean more into his intention, into his feelings. And it's just like, I really want y'all to be together, but it's okay that y'all apart, because Rebel has lost her damn mind. She done thrown her behind back up on that pole. She kikiing with Jax at these secretive parties, making slap music. Y'all, I'm going to play a lot on the line of like churchy folks and secular. So like, don't take me too seriously. But you over here doing something that you ain't got no business, making this music when we need to be uplifting the Lord. Like, Rebel got some things to work out, because Taj cannot, like, I get it. He has came in and got you a record deal and like did certain things and sold into you, but also he is not Ayala. Rebel, get it together. You gonna have to fix some of this stuff up in your yard yourself. He cannot come in and fix everything, and our girl is spiraling. My God. So like, low key, I can get with it. Like, I can get with them being apart, but like, I can't get with Taj giving that beautiful proposal and like pressing forward and like letting his damn grandmama, I gotta stop cursing, letting his grandmama tell him that he need to get married, and he like gonna go full steam ahead. Like, he literally sat across from CJ and was like, I'm just gonna pray that I can love her. Like, I need to love her. Like, I'm gonna pray that God moves my heart one day to match. No, that's not how this works. It never works like that. Needless to say, girl, I'm right there with you. Jasmine, Taj and Rebel got me in a chokehold as well. Okay? Choked. And going back to Allie Nick's initial comment when the second part was, I'm here for Denita and sees this love child popping up. Baby, like, sir, not you getting off work. It looked like he like drives a Greyhound or something. Like, what is this uniform? I'm like, okay, maybe it's just one of the little, parishioners coming in and just praying for they bishop and they first lady. He came in and told Calvin, can I pray for you? And then after he finished praying for Calvin, did y'all peep? Calvin all of a sudden got the courage, the gumption to confront his in-laws. Like, yeah, no, this is what it is and this is what it ain't. And then he also got the courage to be like, Caesar, man, take as much time as you need because you love this girl and she love you and she ain't gonna never love me like she love you, and I respect that. I understand that. I was like, I don't know what's in this man's prayers, but can I have some? Okay, but then he goes on to pray for Denita, and that brings her out of her coma. That was like the double down of like, I don't know what is in this man's prayer, but I needed Jesus. I need it. I don't know what's in his soul. I don't know what's in his spirit. I don't know where you came from. Where have you been? You look not like, and to be shady, but it look like you little seeds. You got a little life to you, but clearly you're still a part of the church. Sir. Not to scurry off, you brought your mama back to her life because she was on the brink, and you like, no, we ain't gonna do that, but you gonna also make sure that her husband, who's not your damn daddy, is okay. Like, I'm here for it too. I'm here for the plot twist of the love child. But something in my spirit told me very early on in season 1 that Caesar and Denita had to have had a love child. Like, had to. They were too heavily in love. It was too long ago. Like, I could not see her just completely walking away from him and like never turning back without any, like cutting ties without any loose ends. Like, I could not see it. So I'm actually glad that this popped up. Allie Nick said, like, seriously, that proposal was everything. He showered it on the wrong woman, baby. And Essence was eating it up. Like, she sat there and literally, like, sopped all of it up. Like, she had a biscuit and it was gravy that she was not going to let an ounce spill. She licked a plate. And I was just like, but you know this not your man. You all happy you get it? Yes. Girl, this is not your man. Kofi says, Taj, Calvin, Caesar. If Taj, those are the 3. Okay, the men. If Taj really gonna marry Essence, but his heart says Rebel, I feel like Essence might peep the vibes and maybe she walks away. That duet told me what time it was. It told Essence what time it was too, Kofi. Like, and that's the craziest part. Like, I get it. Taj has not crossed the line, per se, when it comes to Rebel, because technically, like, Rebel kissed him back and, went, and he was supposed to break up, but whatever. He ain't crossed the line, but every single time he is in the same space as Rebel, he has eye contact with Rebel. Their connection is literally electric, and anybody in their vicinity can feel it, can see it. We literally got a whole scene of you seeing it. You feel away, you walk off, and you still say yes to the man? Are we that, dare I say it? Are we that desperate? Are we, okay, let me ask this. Are we really even pregnant? Because I don't believe that she's pregnant, and I've already said that in my breakdowns. But maybe she is. But I feel like she's not. Like, I don't get it. And then, like, Essence goes out of her way in second season to, like, intrude upon Rebel's audition, play nice, cute, whatever, basically set up this double date. It was the most nauseating to watch, I swear. Like, watching Rebel be with the stupid producer, who I'm struggling with in reference to his acting. But that's a whole other conversation. And then Taj is sitting there with Essence and kissing her hand and the doting man. Like, really? And Rebel, you want to act the monkey fool with Caesar all the time. I'm going to need you to start acting a fool with Taj. This is the perfect moment for you to throw up a hissy fit, honey. But you want to be sitting in there looking as good as you want to look, and your man is next to this hoe, and she playing nice with you, but she already know what it is. That's what I'm talking about, Jasmine. If she is pregnant, it's not Taj's baby. Somebody else scratched that itch, and you ain't gonna tell me otherwise. Nobody gonna be able to tell me otherwise. Allie Nick says, Essence strikes me as the type who will do and say anything to get what she wants. But it's also like, I agree. And in season 1, it felt like she didn't just want anything. Like, she was making concessions for the relationship with Taj, but she was also ready to, like, quit him. And she realizes that she's a pop star and all of that. So, like, to get in this season and to be now to decide that you want Taj so bad, like, she gives me, she only wants what wants her, but then maybe not, right? Because she is this pop star that everyone clamors over, and it becomes a thing where people think that, like, winning somebody over, it becomes, like, I guess, a game for a certain subset of people who everybody always desires. So it's almost like, I want you because you don't want me. But that's weird. It's giving weirdo stuff. Allie Nick says, I wouldn't be surprised if Essence is screwing a producer. That's so nasty, and I wouldn't be surprised either. But then, that's annoying. That is so annoying, but maybe that would piss me off. Now I won't be surprised because y'all said it, but that would piss me off because now you playing to Taj's face and he's literally sitting up here trying to do right by you, even though it's not the right thing. I just need one of these two to realize, like, I don't even need Taj and Rebel to get together immediately because, like I said, they are both in seasons where they need to work on themselves. But I need Taj to be single at least, bare minimum. Bare minimum, be single and try to figure out his feelings for Rebel, which is what he had planned to do before she dropped the baby bomb on him. Like, I can't. If she is smashing the freaking... It's weird. She didn't want the proposal when he was like, oh, we should get married, when he was playing on the piano. But you took the big grandiose proposal. So is it all just about, like, optics and how things look? That's the crazy part, because for me, she's not just taking anything that he gives her. She is having standards to a certain degree, but it's like, girl, you got standards all the way up until you actually require the man to actually be in love with you. She was giving me vibes in the studio while she was singing with Rebel in the booth. She definitely was. And I think how she's interacting with Rebel, even with, like, trying to play Rebel and set her up, is weird. And Rebel going along with it is weird. I didn't even get that whole singing scene with them in a booth. Because, like, why are y'all doing it? And I know she was like, well, I want to see if you have the same chemistry with me as you do with Taj. Girl, I don't. I don't know you. Damn, I definitely don't like you. You have my man. I don't have no chemistry. The thoughts. I want to call Essence a dummy, but she's literally not dumb. She knows exactly what she's doing. And that's the most disturbing part of this whole thing. Like, you know what you're doing, Miss Ma'ams. Wait, what did I do with Oh wow, it doesn't have. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Keep dropping your thoughts though. Like, don't stop doing that because this is great. Minimize. Not the chat is thrown off, child. Allie Nick says, girl, I want the chief of police to go. When he told Calvin next time he tried to unalive himself, don't F it up. I was like, what? I think he did it. Honestly. Like, that man is not right. That man is not right at all. He definitely did that Oh, wrong one. Which is so disheartening. It's like, how do y'all basically have this like open air sex shop that all of the major leaders of the community are all involved in, all doing shady stuff with, and like nobody says boo? So y'all all basically living a lie. Like all of y'all are going to these little parties on Saturday night and then going to church the next day knowing that y'all all cruddy. This is so weird, but you know, I guess that kind of stuff really happens in real life. It's annoying. The chief definitely has something to do with it if he did not do it himself. And what I would love for them to reveal is like why. Even if they don't say who did it until the end of this season, why did they need to kill her? Like, what did y'all benefit from it? Even Bishop, like you are atoning, and I really, really appreciate the journey that they got him on with like him just wanting to run Teled, admit to everything, atone for everything. But like, aside from Denita not loving you the way that she loved somebody else, why did you sleep with Danielle specifically? Because you weren't just, Danny, you weren't just speaking with Danny. You weren't just sleeping with Danny. You was also sleeping with Sasha and God knows who else, because Denita has already mentioned, like, there's been countless women. Like, what was it about Danny? What exactly? And then you were counseling her damn parents. I wanted her father to beat his ass. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I was like, the father need to go ahead and just let a few fly, because they were so close. They personally as a family were giving them money. Remember, Danny was like, you give my parents back their money or give them whatever they need because you're taking the last from them. Like, that was a flashback that we got in season 1. And to like know that, and you were banging the girl. Like, sir. Yeah, you believe that the chief definitely played a role in Danny's death. So that brings me to my thoughts of like, Calvin's not gonna make it out of season 2. Do we think that the chief is going to find a way to unalive him? Questions. While y'all post your thoughts on that, I'm gonna look up something. Hold on 1 second. Do we think that Calvin is going to make it out of season 2 alive? And if he's not, what scenario do you think is going to go down for him to be taken out? Drop it in the chat for me, y'all. I should have opened up Twitter Spaces so that y'all can like call in, because I know that Kimberly is driving. You think he gonna make it out of the season alive, Allie? Kofi, you think that he making it out of the season alive? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Jasmine says, I would like to know what's the beef between Denita and her mom. Like, why were they planning her funeral? Baby, inquiring minds really want to know, because what was the reason talking about they just wanted to get ahead of things. And it's like, if y'all wanted to be so involved, if y'all wanted to come in and clean up the church, if y'all wanted to go ahead and get the record labels together, then why have y'all been hanging in the wings this entire time while both of these goof troops, Bishop with his old overtly sexual behind and Denita with her snake behind, why have you been letting them run amok this entire time? Only for this girl to get into a coma and then you act like your daughter is dead 2 hours after you come to see her in a coma in the bed at the hospital? It's giving you don't love your daughter. It's giving you're not prioritizing her life. It's giving the church is bigger than everything. Like y'all told Calvin, it's like, actually no. No. Kofi says, maybe in an ideal world, Calvin redeems himself and lives, but he might have the self-sacrifice. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. John 15:13. So we will see. Listen here, you better drop the word, okay? You better drop the word. But Jasmine thinks he's gonna make it out alive. I don't know. I think that we're gonna get another death this season. I don't know who it's gonna be, but Bishop is top on my list of it could be him. Allie said she couldn't believe that they were planning his funeral either. I feel like they just wanted rights to the kingdom and this was their way of making it happen. Shaking my head is crazy. And it's like, okay, cool, this was your way of making it happen, but Denita and Bishop both are like kind of fearful of y'all. Denita has always thought to call her daddy to fix the problem, so it's clear that y'all had some kind of authoritative positioning. Like, why did you have to wait till your daughter's on her deathbed to come in and take over and be goofy about it? Like, it's very weird. And they both were like on the same accord. Like, it wasn't her mama trying to plan an obituary and the father like, oh no, let me like chill out. Like, wait, we don't know yet. No, like they was on it. They were like, okay, let's get back to it. Interrupted and all. Let's get back to it. It's wild. And it makes me, honestly, it makes me curious of like when they were both Bishop and First Lady, how they actually ran the church. But clearly they ran in a way that got them to the place where they were so big to begin with. But my goodness. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. But yes, that's a very interesting question, Jasmine. Why, like, what's y'all's beef? And then it continues after, so like you're planning her funeral, but then she wakes up and then now you have to kind of like negotiate around her. Like, you didn't want her to come to church, she came anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and get this out the way. Denita has not forgotten a dang on thing. She ain't lost her mind nor her memory. She think that she cute and she think that she's going to like parlay amnesia out of hell, and it ain't gonna happen, First Lady. It's not gonna happen. And honestly, it's nobody but her mama that has clocked that this girl has not lost her senses. Like, that moment where she was like, oh, well, you ain't lose your ego. That was her, like, to me, telling her, girl, I know that you remember everything. I'm not stupid. I know you. And I'm like, well, do y'all think that Denita is, do y'all think that Denita actually has amnesia? I should probably open up a Discord. We could do that, maybe, so that people can talk and y'all can like reply right back. Should we do Discord or should we do Twitter Spaces? Either way, it could just be audio, but because like now I kind of want to talk about that. Like, I really want to talk about if Denita has amnesia or is she just playing? Because I don't know, y'all. It's giving me she just playing. But I could just be skeptical. Like, hella skeptical and hella critical of her. What y'all think? And do y'all want like a Discord or a Twitter space to like talk? Like, if you want to stay in the chat, you can. But if you want to say something, let me know. I can open up something for that. I wish they would let me do this from my computer. You think she playing? Allie, you think she playing? Kofi, you think she playing? Is Denita full of it? You down with that, Kofi? Let me do a Discord because I can't even start this from my computer. Okay, 1 second. I popped onto Twitter and I saw the SAG-AFTRA are SAG-AFTRA was trending, but it's not because they got a deal. Okay, I'm going to be on Discord if you want to pop in to the call-in room. And it will just be audio. So nobody will have to worry about that. Let me put up a poll actually. Is Denita start? Okay, so if you want to join, and talk about it, join the Discord. Just drop the link. I think so much of what we see play out with First Lady Denita is interesting in episode 2, like how she interacts with Rebel when Caesar brings Rebel to come and see Denita, which I'm like, this is the favor that you asking for? Why in the heck are you asking for that, sir? Like, they don't like each other. She barely likes you. Like, Rebel barely likes you on a good day. But in looking at that scene, and Denita's like, oh, you're so stunning. If your voice is as stunning as you, I can't wait to hear it. And as long as you're using it to glorify the Lord, well, ma'am, you spent the whole last season trying to run her ass up out of gospel singing. I don't know. It's just certain things just make me feel like, girl, you're so full of it. You're so full of it. And similar to like what her mom said, like your ego made it perfectly fine, but now you're as sweet as pie. How the hell that work? Even when you think about her, the moment that Taj came in to sing with her and she started to recall some of the lyrics, I'm like, how you remember these lyrics and you don't remember nothing? Nothing. But she's gonna tip her hand, I feel. Like, she's gonna do something that's going to, like, let everybody know that, like, yeah, she knows a lot more than she thinks she knows. Like, even her coming to church. I get the whole, I want to see my baby's first sermon. But you came in there looking like Big Bird or Ronald McDonald. Like, all eyes on me. You were not trying to be demure or passive or anything with it. Right? Like, you wanted to be seen. You came in late. Like, yeah. Denita not beating the charges that she faking it for me, at least. She's just not. This lady is lying. And she thinks she's going to get away with it. When you, so many of them, like, looking at the scene with her and CJ, and, like, I looked at my calendar and it says that I'm supposed to be on tour. And then, like, they have this whole conversation and then CJ comes up with how they can recoup the money. And she's like, drop a proposal. How do you know to say that? How do you know that that's how this works? I don't trust it. I do not trust it. If you voted that she's not faking, tell me why you think that. What makes you really believe that she is telling the truth? The whole idea of it. Denita is a sneaky soul. You know who I really need to go see her? I need Deacon to go see her, like, in the hospital. That's what I really need. I will get the confirmation then. If Deacon goes to see her, then I will be able to be like, all right, she's not faking. Hey, Kofi. Can you hear me? Kofi just popped into the Discord, y'all, but I think it's still connecting, so give us a second. Kofi, you're muted, so no, I can't hear you. Okay. Kofi, just let me know when you are ready. Yeah, I need Kirk Franklin's character, the Deacon, to bust up in there and sit with Denita. Like, he ain't even got to talk. He just got to sit there and look at her. He'd be able to tell if she lying. Because he already know what her lies look like, what they feel like. He already warned her that the Lord was not dealing with any more of these lies. Juanita, no more. So maybe we'll see that in episode 3. We'll get to see Deacon come to the house to meet with her. See about her. But yeah. Right now, I think that she's lying. How do y'all feel about Rebel going back to the pole? Because it's no shade, right? No tea, no shade towards any sex workers. Because do what you want to do what you got to do. But for the purposes of talking about Rebel and her narrative specifically, it's not even something that she loves to do. So, like, girl, why is you doing it? And for lack of better words, like he said, like Bishop said at the very end of episode 2, you're better than this. Kofi, you ready? It says you took the mute off, but I can't hear you. Oh, you're having trouble with your mic. Oh, okay. Keep working it out. Just let me know when you're ready. You might need to leave and come back. I don't know. Mimi loves he says sigh. Are we sighing at Rebel get her behind back on the pole? Because her going to talk about Dex, I need a job. Like, Dex is not just, like, helping cover up Danny's death. Like, girl, Zach's the bad eye. And then where did he get this club from? Because his club burned down. Now all of a sudden you got a brand new club. You up and running and still running this goofy party? No, Rebel. Like, what are we talking about? At this point, it's giving you gonna take your goofy behind back to Zyan. Even though I don't think that he's in this season, so that can't happen. But nothing about Zach says that he's actually in your corner. Everything about Dex says that you're gonna be next. And meanwhile, you running around here talking about you need some money. If anything, go live your ass with Caesar. No, she can't handle that. Do something other than getting your behind back on the pole. And it's interesting to me, like, Rebel running back to the pole because she don't appreciate, as a gospel artist, having to explain her choices and herself and articulate certain things. But, like, you do enjoy compromising your safety, putting yourself amongst people that you don't even feel equally yoked and aligned with, being objectified. Like, girl, make it make sense. The best part about that new producer is, like, when she was singing that stupid Candy song, it's like, girl, there's no life, there's no feeling, there's no you in it. That was the best thing that he added to the whole thing, because that's the truth. Like, you do not fit in this life that you're trying to fit into or you're trying to run back to. And you're trying to convince me that you are more uncomfortable in a life that you literally no longer fit in versus embracing the life that you deserve and that you really do want. Okay, but then no, not okay. Can you hear me, Kofi? Wait, I can't hear you. Hold on. Yeah, it says you're unmuted, but I can't hear you. Talk again? Yeah, and it's not even lighting up around your picture to say that you're talking on Discord. I'm not sure what that is. Might be an issue on your end. Maybe. Not sure. You see how when I talk, there's like a green border around? That's not happening for you when you talk. What else? Rebel's old trifling behind, running back to the pole. I don't even like the idea of her. Like, I get it. You trying to sign to somebody else because you want the money that comes with being a recording artist and using your talent in that way. But, like, why we gotta date the producer? Why we gotta be one of those? I'm very confused. I hate that. I hate the optics of it. Like, if you want to be his artist, then just be his artist. But, like, girl. I can hear you now, Kofi. Oh, is it breaking up? It might be breaking up. I heard you for a second. Now I don't. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the idea of her dating this producer. Like Rebel's just spiraling. I like nothing that Rebel's doing right now. Actually, like I'm literally almost on her behind, except for I'm like super empathetic to her. So every time I get mad at her, I start to think about why she would do the things that she's doing, and it makes so much sense based off of her trauma and her negative feedback loops and her toxic life that she's used to. So then it makes sense so much so that I'm like, oh, I feel so bad for her, but then I want to be mad at her, but I can't. Like, girl, you want to smash this, like, not necessarily smash, but, like, you want to date this producer so that you don't have to be alone. Like, you were clearly uncomfortable. Like, when we went to the studio, which, what the hell happened to Taj? Why is Essence and Rebel singing in the studio together, but Taj is not there? But this is after the double date. Like, did y'all just drop him off? Like, is he at the hospital? What is actually going on? But, like, it's clear that you're uncomfortable singing and being around Essence, but you're still doing it anyway. Like, yeah, so I'm just not believing it, Rebel. I'm not believing it. You're so uncomfortable having your life be on display and doing what you need to do to be a successful gospel artist, but you're also uncomfortable in the dumbass decisions that you're making currently, and you're still making those. She can't have her man. Mimi said she can't. She can have her man if she actually wanted to go for him. Like, all Taj need her to do is tell her that, like, get a little bit more forceful and be like, no, you cannot be with Essence. And I feel like he would struggle with it, but he would get his shit together. Okay, Kofi, you ready? What part do you want to chime in on?
I was just gonna say, I saw the first 2 episodes, thoroughly entertained. And I will say that the part about Calvin, I don't think he's going to die, but it wouldn't shock me if he does. I think it would be more so self-sacrifice because, you know, he's trying to atone for the bad things he did. And I think I put this in the chat when I said, it says in the good book, John 15:13, greater love has no one than his to lay down one's life for one's friends. So, like, it might be a situation where he's trying to find out what happened to Danny, and unfortunately he becomes like collateral damage, but he goes out like on a good note. So I could see that happening for him at the end of the season. Erica?
Hear me, huh? My bad. I muted myself. My bad.
That's all right. Did you hear all that though?
Yeah, I heard everything you said. Or he like sacrifices himself to say Rebel. Like, I just want, if he is going to go, I want it to be something that's just so meaningful and so powerful. Like, I don't want the chief to just come and take him out because he's asking too many questions. I don't want Dex to strangle him to death. Like, I want it to be a last ditch heroic effort to kind of like wipe the slate clean of all that he had done prior to.
Yeah, and then he'd be forgiven. Well, he's already been forgiven, but
right.
That would make it more so.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm trying to find. I need more information about this supposed child that belongs to Caesar and Denita. I need more context. You know what? I mean, I don't know. It just something about it is just like, huh? I mean, there was no setup for it in season 1. That's my thing.
There was no setup. He came out of nowhere praying for people and healing. Like, it's giving Messiah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So, like, Jesus, I need a little bit more context to that. And that scene with Rebel and Taj in episode 2. Was that in episode 2 or episode 1? And they sang on the piano.
2.
Yeah, that was very, very telling. Like, Taj was singing his pain. and it just felt like there was more meaning. It wasn't just, oh, it's about my mom. Subconsciously, it was pouring his heart out, and Essence caught the vibes. Okay, she peeped the vibes.
She really did.
So it's like, this ain't gonna work, man. It's not. But we'll see, man.
Her acting like she didn't after we get this whole moment of her like kind of in shock, kind of pissed, disappointed, only to do nothing. Like, ma'am, you're gonna do nothing? Wait, was that season? Was that episode 2 or was it episode 1? These episodes are so jam-packed with stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, but she has the information, so she can't plead ignorance
at all.
So, and look, and side note, I didn't realize that was Tamar Braxton as Sasha, and then I was like, when Sasha started singing, I'm like, oh snap! So I had to go through some research. I was like, oh, it's Tamar Braxton, so that makes sense. But yeah, dang, she evil,
pure unadulterated evil. Like, she is what people talk about when they say church folk. She is masquerading as one thing, and she is a complete and utter other thing. Mimi Loves Peace says his proposal to Rebel has to be better. I don't know how he topped that unless he's dressed in all white in the middle of the ocean. He brought out a choir and everything. I was literally watching like, y'all better not shoot up, and then they just start singing, and I was just like, this is so damn beautiful, and it's for the wrong person. I can't. I don't know how he tops it. Well, clearly he's not proposing to Rebel no time soon, so that would probably be like a season 4 or 5 type of thing if they can get to that point.
Or, I mean, I don't know if he's gonna go through with it. Or he might hold on to it, but I think something's going to happen where he's going to have an epiphany. Well, I won't say an epiphany, but he realizes, this ain't where my heart is, man. Especially if they're going to spend a lot more time together. Since he's her producer, like, you're going to be seeing her every now and then. So it's not like you can avoid it. So, it'll be interesting, man. Yeah. But I enjoy the episodes.
Did you see anything or feel anything when they had that little double date? Because I feel like the creatives really got in and got out. The scene was so daggone quick that we weren't able to like get a ton. But like, I didn't like the way that Taj kissed Essence's hand. Like, it gave Rebel is sitting there, look at how she looking. Chesticles is just all out, and like his little passive aggressive thing was the way like he kissed Essence's hand.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, it's not. I don't get it. It's not like you. Maybe it's him trying to convince himself that this is where I gotta be, but it's not working, my guy. It's not. Like, I'm sorry.
It's not working at all.
You were about to break up with her, and then she told you she was pregnant. Okay, now I'm not gonna accuse Essence of being a liar or saying she's trying to pin a baby on him. I need more. Okay, you can do that. I'm gonna wait for more stuff to come out. Like if it right, but you were pretty clear in what you were going to do. You had that moment when y'all sang that song together in the first season, and then you realized this is where I want to be, and you didn't initiate that kiss. She initiated that kiss to you, and then you was feeling it, and then Zyan saw you, and Taj looked ready for that smoke because he looked like he was about to say, Zyan, give me a reason. Like, he may be a church, like he might be a church boy, but he's not a punk, right? But then Rebel said for him to go, so he's like, all right, I'm about to walk away. Yeah. So it's clear to me that you feeling her and she feeling you, man. Like, but there's a disconnect here, so I don't know how it's gonna play out. It's about to get real messy and chaotic, but I'll be watching.
I'm here for that. Like I said, I'm here for them not being together, but I'm not here for if they're not going to be together, them not doing the work that they need to ultimately be the best people for each other and for themselves. So, like, Rebel, it's fine. You're not with Taj. You're running from your feelings. Cool, but don't run your ass back to the pole. Don't run your ass to this goofy producer. Don't run your ass away from Caesar, who is pretty much your only family and person who really gives a about you besides Linda. Like, Taj, okay, cool. You trying to do the right thing, but that do not mean get married, regardless of what your grandmother said. Like, sit with your feelings. Process your feelings. Grieve what you had planned and hoped for yourself. Like, it's a very real thing. I love some of my favorite scenes, which are the like really quiet ones, are the conversations between Taj and CJ and those like sibling moments where they can just be honest about what's going on. And as of late, Taj is able to like really disclose to her, this is how I feel, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I was expecting. And I love that. But, like, sit with that. Like, don't just, I don't know, don't just continue running down this path because you think this is the way that you're supposed to go to get where you're trying to go to, versus, like, pondering the plan a little bit and seeing if there's possibly something that you could do different. Like, the both of them literally are rushing to where? And for why? You feel me?
I feel you, man. I feel you on what you're saying. It's a legit point. And also, I'm curious to see how Malcolm is going to be this season with CJ, because Malcolm last season was somebody who he was trying to be there. This couple went through a very traumatic thing, and he's trying to be there for her when she's clearly suffering from depression and stuff, and it seemed like they were getting on the right track. Yeah, he did feel some type of way about his mother-in-law taking his songs, but so far he hasn't been terrible. Like, he's been there as a support for CJ. I kind of feel like Malcolm and Taj are gonna have scenes together. I would like to see that, just to have two. I mean, brother-in-law and brother like interact. I kind of like to see that. Maybe they talk about life and stuff. So Malcolm's been great, man. Malcolm, I mean, he's been calm and doing what he says. Now, I don't know about Denita. Like, you think she's lying about the amnesia?
You don't? Kofi love to give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
I have to watch episode 3. If episode 3 comes and I start to see some signs that she knows, and I'm like, okay. I'm not just going to come out and say, oh, she lying. I need, because it legit looked like she had amnesia, man. Like, and the way she was so pleasurable is like, look at, like she's so vulnerable and, things of that nature. I legit felt bad. And it was like, okay. Yeah, they're doing everything they can to make her feel comfortable. But if I watch episode 3 and if I start to see some of those old things we saw from season 1, then it'll confirm for me that yes, maybe she's just playing it up for keeps. There's nobody that's honorable in this I mean, the only solid people in this family is CJ and Taj.
Mm-hmm.
Alvin is just trying to get himself back together. Denita, we've seen what Denita, we ain't got to say what it is. We saw what she on. And then, I'm not trying to hate on Louis Gossett Jr. and Loretta Devine, but they're giving shady too, man. Like, jeez. I'm not feeling it. Yep. So the only people that I'm really supporting is CJ, Malcolm, and Taj, and then Calvin slowly trying to get himself back in the good graces, and then
C's, but he's not part of their family.
Caesar, and then
like I need Caesar to like. I mean, you don't have to be in a relationship to be fulfilled, but I feel like Caesar deserves somebody looking out for him.
Yeah. I still think he has. I don't think he's gotten over his. Yeah, that thing hasn't gone away. Like,
let that go.
No, I'm gonna tell you something. Like all that anger that he has, and that's coming from a place of, man, this woman, I wanted you to be my everything. Like I wanted to spend the rest of my life with you. Things of that nature. You know what I mean?
I mean,
If
I
she
know what
got
you mean, but
so I don't know if he's gonna let that go. Especially when I mean, we saw it in the teaser where she says, "Our son." So it's like it's about to, it's about to creep. Some things is about to come to the surface. I don't think Caesar's just gonna. Yeah, as much as you're not a fan of it, I could see it happening. We might want that old thing back, my old love back.
but she continues to on him every chance that she gets. She continues to lie. And then you don't think that the straw that breaks the camel back will be the son? Because there's a very clear understanding of how Caesar could not know that he has a son. But ma'am, you pushed him out, so you know this little boy exists. Not only have you been lying and taking advantage of Caesar, cutting him out of money, and like he said last season, he lost you, but he lost his firstborn, and as a boy, I got Caesar going scorched earth. No?
I don't even knew. It's fair. Yeah, I could see that. Son never even came into the picture. We were way off in our predictions. I thought it was gonna be Taj or it was gonna be CJ, not some other child in the midst somewhere out there.
Literally.
Like, huh?
And I didn't even register.
So,
I only said Taj because I thought that Taj was the oldest, but Taj is the youngest.
Yeah. So we're gonna see what happens, man. I don't know what other storylines I'm gonna look forward to, but I'll be interested to see what happens in episode 3.
Rebel getting her ass off the pole. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Rebel sitting her behind down and just shutting up. I'm really curious to see what happens with the detective, because like we didn't get to see what their dinner looked like, right? So she went to go talk to the detective, and we don't know what the detective asked her. We don't know what the detective wants her to do, and it feels like there could be something.
Yeah, because Danny's stuff is not resolved yet, and Calvin is still pushing it. So, I feel like the detective she's gonna be in a position where she doesn't know that her chief is on some shady stuff, and when she finds out, like, her life could also be in danger.
Yeah.
Like, how deep does this go? It's not just one girl ran. Yeah, so we're gonna find out. And what else? Jeez, only 2. Oh yeah, Kirk Franklin's character. Hope that he continues to be a source of healing for the people that need advice. Yeah.
You thought
digging
that
Kirk.
Nala says that I thought that Denita had an abortion.
That's exactly right. That's right. Yeah. So maybe she lied about that.
The season. I only watched episode 7 and 8 again. I didn't rewatch the whole season.
Oh, I remember she did. She that got revealed in episode 2 of season 1 when Rebel made her debut, and then Caesar and them were arguing, and then they had that passionate kiss, and then Caesar pretty much pulled his cards on the table. How would everybody feel if Denita Jordan had an abortion and da 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 da?
Yeah.
I remember. So maybe she didn't have an abortion. Maybe she lied.
Oh, Caesar is gonna wring her neck now. I forgot about that.
Okay.
Caesar's going to wring her neck. He knew you was pregnant. You told him you had an abortion. We can't save you, Denita. It's interesting because when I was first thinking, like, what if Taj is their kid? I was like, dang it. Then that would mess it up, because I'm like, who the hell is Rebel's daddy? Part of me feels like Caesar is Rebel's daddy in some way, some shape. But then I'm like, well, he don't seem like that kind of guy that would just know that he's a child's father and like not want to be in the child's life. But the way that he is so parental over her, it feels deeper than like you're just a really bomb talent. That's just like a whole other little
That's
conspiracy theory thing. I'm pretty sure
yeah,
that
I
he's
know.
not her damn daddy, but
Also, part of it is that he worked with her mother.
yeah.
And he feels some type of way about how Denita screwed her mother's career over. So it's like this is his way of getting the get back, like
Yeah.
get back at Denita through the little girl Rebecca. Rebel.
Don't listen.
I know.
And don't do nothing but
Rebel.
put up smoke. That's real.
Yeah. So
I cannot
we'll see,
wait for
man. I
Caesar
don't
to
know.
find out about this young man. I swear. Like, that is something I'm definitely looking forward to. For sure.
Oh no.
I really respect Calvin for, like, how he's handling Caesar. Because when he revealed the whole, like, to Denita, like, I should have talked to you about how I felt about knowing that you will never love me as much as you love somebody else, which clearly that was Caesar without him saying Caesar's name. I was like, whoa. But then for him to have so much respect and regard and, like, this is how you know that he's really in a space of, like, trying to redeem himself, and it is what it is. Because him even moving with so much respect for Caesar was really dope, I think.
I agree. I agree. I thought they was gonna have. I mean, there would be some tension between the two of them, but Calvin's just in a space where he knows that he and Denita are like done, but he's still gonna be, until the divorce papers are signed, he's still gonna try and be that supportive husband and make amends as much as he can. So, and I got to give him respect for that. So.
That's real.
Yeah. So,
any other
I don't
thoughts,
know what else.
Kofi?
I think that's it. I think as we said all we had to say for these first 2 episodes. I mean, appreciate
Which
the
were
hookup.
8-1, okay?
Yeah.
These episodes is not playing no games with us.
So yeah. So I appreciate that. And
of course.
Yeah. I'll just wait till 3rd episode comes through and then I'll see what happens, or I'll just watch your breakdown for episode 3 when you get a chance to make it. So
Yes. I appreciate you joining me, Kofi.
no problem.
Talk to you later. And thank y'all in the chat. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me live for this Kingdom Business Live. Let me know whether in the chat, if you're here right now in real time or on replay, if Thursdays is a good night to go live and talk about the new episodes, so I can get that scheduled and get the most amount of people who are really enjoying the show. Also, again, join the Discord, and we have a Kingdom Business channel where you can share all things, thoughts, feelings about Kingdom Business with myself as well as the rest of the community. I think that's pretty much it. Shout out to Mimi Loves Peace. Shout out to Nyla, L, Jasmine Stewart, Allie, Nick, and Kofi for all sounding off and chiming in on the chat. Look out for my episode 2 breakdown. And of course, Thursday I will have episode 3 up. And we're going to keep this conversation going. If you're catching this on replay, be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye.
All right. Yeah, good night, Erica. Bye.